Glad to have you with us from Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just tell about it. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Auburn Tigers offense will have the football first. And here comes Byron Brown. Right on target last time out, completing better than 70% and a 300-yard day. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Left side, it's Johnson. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Turns up, it's Cobb. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He'll go out of bounds at the 12, and not much doing on that kick return. The Bulldogs offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Taylor wants to throw. Lets it fly on the move. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to get started. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, it's Cobb. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Not going to make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The fake and wants to throw. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Still on his feet at the 45. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Still running at the 40. Makes the grab in their space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Out wide right, it's Eccles. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to go. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Left side is Kane. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. A field goal here would make it a two-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. On play action. Rolls right. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. That's caught. It's West. Taken down.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Taylor wants to throw it. Pac's got it on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Punt is on its way. On the return.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks out of the game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Snags it, and there's running room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Rushes on. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna run it. It's Cobb. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Brown wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. With the catch, it's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Under pressure, and he gets it away.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just got rid of that one.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Long way to go on second down. They'll move the tight end. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Right side, it's Johnson. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Tight end finds a soft spot. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Brown will throw it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Got to make the play on fourth. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. They're all over him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Second down, going to throw it. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The throw. Quickly to the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. There he goes. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. Taylor wants to throw. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the number 12 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Eagles, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Stark Vegas. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here.
Number 38, set to kick off.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Evans. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Got a little space. Got the first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like.
He lets it fly. Caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Well, it had to start somewhere for this offense and this quarterback, and they finally find some life here early in the second half. That was a first half to forget, no question about it. And obviously, there's a lot of work still to be done, but it's all about momentum. And getting that touchdown pass, David, that just may spark things for him in this offense.
Well, and obviously building this deficit, they're not going to be able to run the football like they want to. It's going to be on his shoulders. So to watch him come out focused with a plan, the second half adjustments are going to be crucial. But it's going to be on his shoulders, and that's a good start. And they've cut into this lead, but it's going to have to be continue to be through the air with this passing attack.
inside. It's Cobb. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Makes the grab. It's Kane. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Using his legs, it's Cobb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Tigers are rolling down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Left side, it's Johnson. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Wide open downfield. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Throwing right. Got his man. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Comes down, it's Coleman Williams. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Here's a gift to Bothwell. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Taylor wants to throw it. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll take it himself. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Extending the play. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. He's going to run it inside the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball.
Has it! Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Taylor wants to throw. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the 3rd quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
Still looking. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Complete in the middle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. With this game in hand, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country. And at this point in the season, these guys have done exactly what they wanted to do and strengthen their position. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Left side, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Searching for space. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Tigers. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Open space at the 25. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Taylor wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Evans. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Shakes off the defender. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Tells the run, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Good job just to get rid of that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll give it to Fluff. Got 9 yards on the play. It leads him with 3rd and a yard. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Fluff Bothwell again. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Bulldogs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Selling the fake. Got his man on the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Soft spot in the middle. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. On the option. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Oh, the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the extra point is good. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Let's go to the sideline at Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Mississippi State sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back again.
He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Drops back. It's Taylor. The quick game.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Bulldogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Caught. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Second and long here. He'll set up to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Danzy. He smashes his way through again. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together